6 months ago, I genuinely had no idea what I was doing when I was trading, when I was sitting there, when I was thinking about strategies, psychology, just genuinely everything. I was sitting here blowing accounts consistently. Like every single day, I would just get emails saying my account was suspended, my accounts were blown. Like I would just buy another eval, pass it, get funded, blow it, or I would buy eval, blow it. And it was just a repeat of the same cycle. And the crazy part is that I thought it was normal. And I was going on social media, I was seeing that people were like, it's okay to blow accounts. If you just full port, you'll get funded and then trade your funded regular. But that was screwing me up because getting, I was passing my evals because I was full ported and I would get lucky. Then I would try to do the same thing on my funded account because I didn't actually know how to trade it and I would just blow everything. And then if we fast forward to now, I'm sitting with 30K in payouts after consistently blowing multiple accounts weekly. I was blowing 5 accounts at a time at one point. And trading for me just looks completely different now to where I can do this compared to when this was my normal. This was my weekly. I would just have red on everything. Everything was just failed, 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 breach. I have all these emails. Every single thing highlighted is just a breached account. And at some point, I had to come with the realization to myself that I need to find a system. I need to figure out what the problem is. And that's what this whole video is starting off on. So, the main thing is the fact that people struggle to find a system that works for them, right? They strategy hop. They find one thing on social media and they're like, let me try this. They, they learn how to do it. They backtest it. They put it into real market. And then they'll do okay. And then they'll fail, and then they'll fail again, and then they'll quit. They'll think it's a strategy, and they'll try a new thing, right? But the whole problem was that it was never the strategy, it was your ability to actually take the strategy into your mind, engrave it, and make it like it's something that you just can't forget. And that's why you have to learn what type of trader you are. And if you're the type of person that you can't sit there and wait patiently for one setup to form every single day, or you fall easily under FOMO, you see a fast move and you get FOMOed out, right? And you're just like, oh, I need to take this. I can't lose it on money because you're just scared. It's just like when people are eating, right? When you go back to thinking about like back in the day when Earth first started and everyone just had to fend for themselves, the main thing was survival, right? And no one wanted to see everyone else eat while they weren't eating. And that's why you have FOMO. It's never about you wanting to catch the move. It's about the fact that you're like, oh, this is such a big move. I could be making money in this too. So you jump in. It's not even about the fact that you're like, oh, I'm going to miss out. It's the fact that you're thinking about money. And that's why you need to find the time frame on the charts that takes you away from FOMO, right? For me, for example, that was the 3 minute time frame. Every single one of my entries is off the 3 minute time frame. Every single like when I'm observing the charts in real time, it's a 3 minute time frame. I enter off 3 minute time frame and I observe off 3 minute time frame. And that was able to help me find a clear entry criteria. And I've literally engraved a 3 minute time frame setup off of my strategy that I will teach you guys in the next videos. I backtested that for hours. I would sit here for hours backtesting that. And the whole thing that even changed that mindset that I had was because after blowing all these accounts, my account balance was at zero. I ran out of funds. I couldn't do it anymore. So all I could do is what I could do for free or what I had already paid for, right? And then I wasn't tracking anything before. Like when I was blowing all those accounts, I wasn't journaling. I wasn't backtesting and putting my results in backtesting. I wasn't putting those in anything to see my win rate, to see how much P&L I was up, to see what percentage of like how many times my setup shows in a day. I wasn't trying to see how many trades I can take before my setup becomes invalid. I didn't look for any of that, right? So that's why you have to track everything. You have to journal your psychology. You have to see what in your mind works, what on the charts work, and what doesn't. You have to see what mindset you have to be thinking in that given moment for this to actually work out. And that's where it comes with you master one setup before you do anything else. You master one singular thing, one setup that shows itself every single day. Like for me, my setup shows itself every single day from 9:39 to 9:45. And between that time, an entry should show up for me. And I've backtested that over the last over almost 2 years worth of data, where every single day, 9:39 to 9:45, my strategy shows itself. And that's where you have to build your whole like trading process has to be built under one thing before you do anything else. And that's why I had to build rules around my weakness. And that's why everyone should do this too, because you try new things, right? You build rules for yourself, but you're not targeting what's causing you to be unprofitable. The main thing might be greed, it might be impatience, it might be the fact that you're undisciplined because you don't have a system in your real life, in your day to day life. So if you're not consistent in your actual life, why would you be consistent on the charts or with anything else? If you're not consistently going to the gym, if you're not consistently following your routine, the second you start to have repetition and a routine of that repetition, you're going to find success in anything you do. And that's with every single thing in life, not just trading. You're in the gym, right? For the example, in the gym, same time I started trading, I started getting in the gym. I was consistent in the gym, consistent in trading, and that's when I saw success in both. When I was inconsistent in either one, that knocked me off for both. And that caused me to be unsuccessful in that time frame, and I realized I have to get back on my feet. I have to figure out what I was doing that works for me, what I was doing that doesn't work, so I can erase the thing that doesn't work, so I can be full gas, no breaks, straight consistency to straight success. And that's where you also have to push yourself to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. The second you're okay with accepting losses, and once you realize that a person with a 40% win rate still loses 6 out of 10 trades, but they still manage to be profitable because their risk management is perfect. The thing that everyone needs to stop doing is thinking that every single trade has to be a win. That's not true. You'll never find anyone with a 100% P&L calendar. Every single day, every single trade they ever took in their life is going to be a win. And that's why you have to be okay with price hitting your stop loss. It's there for a reason. This whole trading, it's based off of your ability to control yourself, your ability to read the market, your ability to stay consistent to a certain thing that you taught yourself that is going to end up playing out. And then this is where it comes out to you sitting on your hands. Every single time that you're looking at the charts and you're not fully sure about something, something's an A setup but not A plus setup, you have to sit on your hands. Literally sit on your hands. Put your hands under yourself and sit on them. Every single time that you enter a trade, sit on your hands. You have a take profit and a stop loss for a certain reason. So let those do their job. Let both of them do their job. And the next thing that you have to do is follow your rules. The second you want to break them, close the charts, unplug whatever you have, power off anything, just get up and leave. The second you think about breaking your rules because you did something, and walk away after hitting a loss that really affects you mentally, or hitting your daily loss limit or anything, you have to give yourself those limits to where you don't go on tilt. You have to be okay with walking away, and you have to be okay with getting bored. You have to be okay with sitting there and just waiting and waiting and waiting for this thing that you think is never going to come. So you start to try to force stuff, but it's gonna come. And that's where discipline comes in over emotions. Your emotions are telling you, oh, like my setup isn't showing right now, so I could just take something else that I think might work out, right? But your discipline is the thing that's gonna keep you from thinking that you have to take this rather than just waiting for what you know you're waiting for. And it's okay to not take trades every single day. That's protecting your mental capital, your balance capital, before you take the chance to lose money. Because just so you know, the more trades you take gives you more opportunity to lose more money. The less trades you take gives you the more opportunity to lose less money. Because if you're taking trades that you're fully confident in, trades that you know are going to play out, trades that you have conviction and to the fullest extent, that's where your capital is being protected and you're making more money than you thought you were ever going to make. And these are things that I wish I completely knew as a new trader. When I first started, I wish I knew that I have to learn everything and be okay with paper trading and be okay with hundreds of hours of backtesting sessions, be okay with repeating the same exact setup over and over and over and over again, learning the market like it's I just see it and I already know what I'm looking for. I know what's happening. I know what's going on. I'm not confused. That one thing is going to change your whole mindset, right? So you have to learn before you even try to buy an eval, learn before you fund, right? The second thing is find a real trading system, right? Find a pinpoint of where you have an exact entry that you're looking for. You're looking for a exact point in price where if it goes to this point, that's it. Your entry becomes invalid, right? You have to know what your stop loss and take profit is before you even enter the trade. You have to when you look at the market, you should already know after you do your analysis for the day, you should know where am I targeting? What is my stop loss going to be? I mean, my take profit and my stop loss going to be today. What is my take profit and the trade that I'm going to take supposed to be at, right? And then also you need to find a session that you can trade every single day consistently. If you have school, for example, and you can't trade an AM session, that's fine. PM session is good too. Or if you really have to, Asia session can work as long as you know it like the back of your hand. Every single session is good as long as you know how to trade them. And then a lot of people say this, but it's really true. You should be taking 1 to 2 trades a day. If you take a loss and that loss really bugs you, just get off the charts. It's okay. You can literally come back tomorrow stronger than you were today and you'll be fine. That's the whole thing about risk management. If you don't see anything, don't take it. If you don't see your setup forming, if you don't see what you backtested, just don't take it. It's generally that it's that simple. And the next thing is risk is the most important thing in trading, and it's way more important than strategy, right? Because one, you can risk 1% while gaining 4%, and you can take 4 winning trades, right? So let's say you have a 40% win rate, but your risk management on that win rate is really good because you have a 4-to-1 risk to reward, right? So you can win 4 trades. I mean, you can win 1 trade and take 4 losses and still be break even. So if you take 4 winning trades out of 10 trades, you're going to be $1,000 in profit because you've only lost $600 after making $1,600. Now imagine doing that while you find a full system that backs that every single time. You find however much micros or minis you need to put to get a certain amount for whatever account size you're using. Because this whole thing is just about risk management and about sizing. That's what trading is about. And the next thing, psychology is a actual skill that people don't really talk about to what it actually is. People aren't real with you. A loss does not equal a bad trade. A loss just equals a trade that didn't go in your direction. Something, if you took a loss, something in the market happened, not everything is going to be 100%. You have to remember that. Not everything in this market is 100%. But a loss means you either miss something or it just didn't play out. A win can be a good trade, yeah. But a win can also be you FOMO'd into something and you ended up winning. A win can also be you didn't really follow your strategy and you saw a setup that you thought would play out and it did play out. Or a win could be you're like, oh man, I just need to full port this. I need to do this. I'm going full contracts, 6 minis, 60 micros, whatever you trade, M and Q, NQ, just full port this. I need to win. I need this amount of money. I'm just gonna full port and you win. Okay, cool. Now in your mind, that win sticks with you. You're always going to think that it's okay. It's a full port. You're always gonna think that it's gonna work out. You're gonna fall on that. Once it happens one time, you're gonna become reliant on that to save you. Let's say you're $200 away from drawdown, so you just try to full port your account to get it back, and it works. Cool. Now you've trained yourself accidentally to be okay with risking everything for absolutely no reason, all because you couldn't control yourself. And the main thing is don't rush everything. You don't need to have max allocation on every single prop firm that you're trading with immediately. You can build that. It took me 3 months to even get to 5 accounts on one prop firm, right? And I've only been trading for 6. So tell me why people get their first payout or people get a paycheck and they're trying to automatically copy trade 5 accounts. Like, it's just going to be a big mental hit. And also remember that you have to understand the rules that you're signing up for when you get in a new account. No matter what platform you use, remember the rules, write down those rules, find out how you have to manage yourself to follow those rules. And then also read your payout and consistency rules. Read everything. Read literally everything. Remember that. Try to follow it. Try to use those rules to the best ability to where they help you and not the firm, because rules are meant to help the firm and hurt you. Make it where they hurt the firm, right? So, funding accounts with no consistency. That means you can make however much money you want in one day, and you could just trade the minimum profit target for the day, and you have a max payout. Or you can treat your unconsistency ruled account like it has consistency, and if you have a good day, you have a good day without being punished, right? All because you chose the smart option, which was to have a consistency rule in the eval and not have a consistency in funded. The people that have consistency in fundeds and not evals, I mean, yeah, those people are thinking about the money and not the actual process that can come after, because the freedom of not having consistency rule in a funded account is what's going to change your whole trading journey. And also treat evaluations like they're real. Don't try to just pass through them, blow through them, automatically full port, try to hit $1,500 every single day. You have 50% consistency to a $3,000 profit target on a 50K account. Just don't do that. Like, literally just trade normal, trade how you would on your funded account. And that's when you will start making it seem like every single account that you have is an eval and your profit target is $3,000. And on your funded, if you can pass evaluations, you can get a payout. That is, it's simple as that. If you can get a $3,000 profit target on your eval, you can get a $3,000 profit target on your funded account the same way you just did on your eval if you trade them the exact same. And also, passing fast does not mean that you can keep the funded account and do the same exact thing, right? Because you might have got lucky on the eval, but you're not going to get lucky on the funded every single time. Or you might go on tilt because now it's a funded account versus an eval. You just didn't think, you're like, oh, it's nothing tied to it. I'll just get funded if I do this right. But then you get to the funded account, you're like, oh my God, I can get a payout, all this, right? But after saying all this, and the last and final thing is, your goal should not be making money. Your goal should be proving that you can follow the same system for as long as you can. My target was 30 days. As soon as I followed that system for 30 days, what came? Payouts. What came after? As soon as I started following my system, payout, 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 payout. As soon as I started, every single week I've been getting payouts, all because I'm following my rules and following the system that I kept for myself for 30 days. And you can do this too. So why aren't you doing it now? Why are you treating every single account like they should end up here? And I've done this before. Pretty sure most people do it. But as soon as you take this and follow every single thing I just gave you in this video, it's going to end up like this. I promise you that.